What's up, YouTube? Series here. Here is my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turned 10, 20, 30, and 40 this week. Alright, the film celebrating their 10th anniversary is a very underrated sci-fi movie that I feel like not many people had talked about since its release, and that is Project Almanac. Project Almanac was pretty much like one of the one of the like found footage movies that was not horror at the time. At the time they did stuff like obviously there was always Chronicle, Project X, and so we of course had Project Almanac, which was of course a time travel found footage movie here, where like a group of high schooler students built a time machine. And this movie also had Sophia Black Diella, who was on that show The Mech, Virginia Garner, who would go on to appear in the recent Halloween movie. She was also in that movie 4. And this was actually directed by the same guy who would go on to direct the 2017 Power Rangers movie, which I so hardly enjoyed there. Project Almanac was a lot of fun. It's such that did not really do well in the box office. I would love to have seen a sequel to this thing. It was a lot of fun. It was really entertaining. It Between this Project X, Chronica, it really showcased that you could do found footage movie that does not involve like horror related stuff, and this one definitely showed it here. So I mean, if you guys never see Project Almanac, definitely give that one a go. All right, also turning 10 is The Loft. Now, this is actually not that much of a great thriller, featuring the likes of Carl Urban, Wentworth Miller, James Marsden, former Modern Family star Eric Stonestreet, and it's where like five men who, of course, the opportunity to share like this penthouse in the city in which they carry an marital affairs is a dream come true until like the dead body of an unknown woman turns up, and of course they reveal that their killer must be one of the suspects or another here. And it's a little bit forgettable, but it's more of like a guilty pleasure of mine. It was actually pretty fun here. Some really interesting, cool twists and turns. It was a complete flop at the time, so there's that. But yeah, not a bad little thriller. Just not to forget remember. All right, also turning 10 is the movie Black and White, which was directed by Mike Binder, who gave us the Adam Sandler film Reign Over Me, the other Kevin Costner film Upside of Anger. Pretty cool director there. Oh yeah, he also did Blank Man with Damon Wayans. Another good one there. If you guys don't know much about the story of this, it's when his wife dies in a car accident. Ella Anderson, played by Kevin Costner, feels another blow, and he realizes that he has to raise his biological granddaughter Eloise, played by Jillian Estelle, alone. And of course, the child's parental grandmother, played by Octavia Spencer, feels that she is better equipped to take care of the child. And so, of course, it's like a custody ensues here. Not a bad little film, like very underrated, if you will. Kevin Costner's pretty good in this. You also had Octavia Spencer, Bill Burr was in this, Anthony Mackie, some really decent supporting players too. Not a bad little film there. All right. Also turning 10 is the horror film Fear Clinic, which stars Robert Englund, Fiona Dorff, where like five people with phobias seeks therapy from a doctor who uses like a machine to estimate their fears here. Pretty creepy little one. Of course, Robert Englund, obviously best known for Freddy Krueger fame. He's always good. So really decent little horror from there. All right. Now, films celebrating their 20th anniversary this week. Oh boy, we got the abysmal, terrible oboe movie Alone in the Dark. Based on the very popular video game of the same name, Alone in the Dark, of course, had Steven Dorff, Tara Reid. Who else was in this one? Oh yeah, Christian Slater. It's where a paranormal investigator, pretty much like combat a supernatural threat. And of course, Oboe is best known for directing some infamous, terrible video game adaptations. Like he also did, I'm trying to remember, he's done some terrible ones, like that one with Jason Statham in it. Oh, Blood Rain. He also did. He's not that good of a director, really. A lot of his movies are just not memorable at all. But Alone in the Dark's definitely one of them. I believe this actually scored a couple of Razzies, if I'm not mistaken. It's a terrible one. Not memorable. It's not even all that scary. Definitely don't bother this one. All right, also turning 20 is Hide and Seek, which is the horror thriller starring Robert De Niro, Dakota Fanning, Famke Janssen. Very underrated little horror film, by the way. Here, of course, you have Robert De Niro, who plays the psychologist, David Calloway, who decides to take his daughter, played by Dakota Fanning, away from New York to a house in the country for a fresh start. And unfortunately, the daughter is like is too grief stricken. After her her mother dies here, and of course to really appreciate the new she has really like make friends, and so you got this character named Charlie who is like this imaginary character, and of course Charlie begins to like harbor resentment towards the De Niro character. This thing is a pretty creepy little horror film here. Of course, the father and daughter chemistry between De Niro and Fanning was pretty good. Famke Janssen was pretty decent in this. Very good little horror film, if you guys haven't seen that. Alright, films turning 30 this week is Before Sunrise. Of course, the first installment of the Before trilogy. This one, of course, has Ethan Hawke, Julie Delpy, where, of course, Jesse, played by Ethan Hawke, and Celine, played by Julie Delpy, as they meet their train, and embark on like a on Vienna to spend like night together here. And obviously, this will go on to get two other sequels: Before Sunset in 2004, and of course Before Midnight in 2013. And it's a really decent one. Richard Linklater did a great job with this. The chemistry between Hawk and Delpy is really good. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely a good one. I should say at least. Definitely one of the probably one of the better trilogies out there. Really. All right. Also turning 20 is oh boy, it's a terrible Sarah Jessica Parker film, Miami Rhapsody. Of course, you got Sarah Jessica Parker plays Gwen Marcus, who is engaged to her boyfriend Matt, played by Gil Bells, and she is still free to commitment. And of course, while she admires her parents' loving relationship, she discovers that her family has not really always been faithful here, and so her mother, played by Mia Farrow, presses her to pretty much press her to get married and stuff. And it's a really terrible one. You also had Antonio Banderas, Kevin Pollak, Carl Gugino. It's not all that funny, very forgettable here. So yeah. Also turning 30, we got Highlander: The Final Dimension, which is the third installment of the Highlander films. The second one is still the worst, like Highlander 2: The Quickening, but the third is the other worst. Of course, you had like Christopher Lambert coming back, Mario Van Peebles was in this, Clancy Brown coming back as a Kurgan. Yeah, I mean, the best Highlander will always be the original. Never have to bother with the sequels. Highlander: The Quickening, Highlander: The Final Dimension, whatever. There's some other ones, not good ones at all. So yeah, just recommend. I only recommend the first film. Never bother with the sequels. So there's that. Now, not really much to talk about the 4-year one. Like there is a movie called Heavily Bodiless. That's really all. Not. I don't even think I've ever seen that one. But that's pretty much all there. Let me leave to you guys. Which of these films should which of these films that chose 10, 20, 30 said that to you the most? To me, the 10-year one is going to Project Almanac, the 20-year one is Hide and Seek, and the 30-year one is going to go to Before Sunrise. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Sam.